The thing is, a lot of people want to start a medical courier service, but they have no idea where to start. In today's conversation, what I want to do is I want to give you all the tips, hacks, and tricks that you need to have to start a profitable medical courier service. We are speaking about a courier service that actually generates solid revenue day in and day out. Don't you go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweaty Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about how to start a medical courier service that generates solid revenue day in and day out. Number one, are you up for it? I want you to look right now on the screen. Here are some fast facts about the industry. You should be able to think about making an investment range between $2,500 and $10,000. Revenue potential, you are looking at $75,000 to $285,000, $300,000 a year. That's revenue. It will take you about one day to 3 months to actually build the business. And profit potential, we are looking at $50,000 to $240,000 a year. The industry strongly growing. Okay, your commitment is flexible. In other words, you can actually have a day job and still build this business on the side. Now, before you start jumping on us and asking questions about this numbers are not realistic, whatever, we are taking these numbers from our own base of clients, our existing business clients. So those are actual data. Those are actual numbers. Very important. So, boss, I want you to decide if the business is right for you. So, medical courier services have pros and cons. Here are the pluses. You have flexibility. You can set your own hours, good money. You can charge up to $45 to $75 per hour. Again, those are actual numbers, okay? And you have low startup costs, so you can use your current vehicle if you have one. What about the minuses? The industry is highly regulated, okay? Licensing is required. And strict guidelines, you need to follow strict guidelines. There is stiff competition, so you need to actually work hard to stand out from existing couriers. Okay. In terms of the medical courier industry trends, you have the industry is growing like crazy. Okay. You have a lot of businesses that are entering. The trends are positive. This is really good. And in terms of the kind of people who work as medical couriers, you have about 75% male and 30% females. Okay, you don't need to have a bachelor's degree for that, but if you do have a college degree, that's fine. Okay, the average age of a medical courier in the United States, 40 to 43 years old. What we are speaking about here in this show is you can be a courier, being an owner operator. In other words, you work for yourself, or you can actually hire other people. Okay, so the opportunities abound depending on the kind of format you want to pick. But it is a growing industry. Folks are making money. They are making money. So is this a good idea? You really need to hone in your idea. You need to zero in on the kind of idea you want. Okay. You need to identify an opportunity. If you want to start a medical courier service, you need to identify the opportunity based on the piece of geography where you want to operate. Okay, on the state, on the city, on the township, or the neighborhood, the suburb, the tri-state area, whatever you want to start the business, you need to identify an opportunity. And you need to determine your products or services. What kind of services are you going to offer? Okay, how much do you want to charge for medical courier services? Based on our research across the country, you can charge anywhere from $25 to $7,500 to $75 per hour. Let me repeat that. Based on the piece of geography where you currently are, you can charge anywhere from $25 to $75 per hour. You may charge higher rates for rush deliveries or after hours requests. Okay, so once you know your cost, you can use a lot you can do like an analysis based on the types of hospitals, clinics, or institutions in your area to know exactly how much you will charge. And this actually brings me to the who. You need to identify your target market. The thing is that the industry is growing so fast that you need to know exactly who you're going to cater to. And when it comes to target audience, the opportunities are just crazy because you can have hospitals, labs, doctor's office, and nursing homes. Okay, and you can actually deliver everything from prescription drugs to medical equipment to blood samples and more. You want to consider attending medical industry trade shows to build your network and generate leads. Okay, you can also connect with medical professionals on LinkedIn and advertise your services on platforms like Facebook and Instagram. And you got to choose also your business premises. In other words, where are you going to be located? Do you want to be in a central location, accessible via public transport? Do you want to make sure that this is very important. You want to make sure that your office is ventilated and spacious with good natural lights, okay, in case you're going to have to store some of the medication at your place. Yeah. And think about also in terms of you want to have a place that is ready to use with no major renovations or repairs needed. Based on our experience, a lot of folks start from their house, so you can have a home-based office, and as you grow, you can actually start looking for office space. The third things I want you to do, boss, you got to make things legit. See, the thing here is that when we speak about medical courier service, there is a constellation of criteria you need to meet. First, you want to brainstorm a business name. Make sure that your business name is actually unique. There are a lot of places online where you can just check for your business name just to make sure that you're not actually infringing on somebody else's copyright. Okay, it's important intellectual property. You got to register your business. The thing is, a lot of folks, they actually skip this step, but this is a big mistake. It's a big no. Don't do this. Okay, you can try to say, I'm just going to operate as a sole proprietorship. Yeah, but the advantages are not really that much because you cannot really write off a lot of things, a lot of expenses if you operate as a sole proprietorship because there is no clear segregation of expenses between your personal expenses and your business expenses. Okay, so you want to register a business, a legit business, an LLC, a general partnership, a C corp. Okay, and so this is kind of cool. And the thing is, you cannot register an S corp, but an S corp is purely a tax classification. But you can actually elect S corp tax status after you have incorporated. In other words, you became a C corp or you have organized your LLC. Okay. You also want to register for taxes. Very important. And apply for licenses and permits. As I said, there is a constellation of licenses and permits when it comes to medical courier services. I mean, you got to understand anything that relates to healthcare is heavily regulated, and that makes sense. Not only at the local, state, and federal levels. Okay, so things like you have to think about the OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, trademarks, copyrights, patents, and other intellectual properties. So those are really important. So you got to secure a license to operate. You got to have your certificate of incorporation, your operating agreement. You need to have a valid driver's license, business license and certification. You got to have a courier insurance policy, a commercial auto insurance policy, employment agreement, non-disclosure agreement, operating agreement for LLCs, okay, OSHA certifications. You got to think about the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act certifications, your EIN. There is a long list. If you're interested, you can comment below, ask questions, and it will actually ask you specifically where you are actually operating from. And based on your state and the city and county, we can give you a specific guidance in terms of the kind of licenses and permits you need. Very important. Chief, I really want you to plan your business. If you want to succeed as a medical courier service, you got to plan your business. In other words, you have to create a business plan first. Now, every business needs a business plan, right? The thing here is that when you think about a business plan, I want you to think about, just look at it as a guidebook. Look at it as a navigational tool, okay, that allows you, a GPS, if you will, that allows you to actually implement your vision. So a business plan will have things like executive summary, business overview, products and services, market analysis. You got to analyze the medical courier services market, the competitive analysis, sales and marketing, management team, operations plan, financial plan. The thing here is that when it comes to business plan writing, if you're not really, let's say, if writing a business plan or writing business literature, for that matter, is not your forte, don't try to force things. Okay, you can just go on Fiverr, you can go on freelancer.com, you can go on TopDal, you can go on Upwork. There are a lot of websites out there where you have pretty competent freelancers who will just get the job done for you for like $150 or $200. This is not a lot of cash. One thing I like to say here is that do never go on the internet and try to download those cheap ass business plan templates and you just try to customize it to fit your medical courier service. No, do not do this. All right, very important. Do not do this. You can actually hire someone to write a business plan for you locally if you have somebody in your vicinity that does that, who does this kind of work. Yeah, or go online and hire someone, or you can even subscribe to a business plan software, and the software will do things for you automatically. So you can try, for instance, Enloop. You can try a Live Plan. Okay, there are a lot of business plan software tools out there. So if you need help, just let us know. Think about funding your business too. Okay, when it comes to your business, you got to think about: do you want to have a business loan? Do you want to have a bank loan, an SBA guarantee loan, a government grant, getting funds from friends and family, using your own savings? Okay, going through crowdfunding. There are a lot of things. So do not forget. So you got to prepare the needed capital. Don't forget to acquire a delivery vehicle. This can be your own vehicle, by the way. Okay, to start with. And of course, make sure that you open a business bank account. Very important. Do not mix the two. Do not mix your personal affairs with your business affairs. The next thing I want you to do is to hire smart and local. You got to build your team, right? Again, we are speaking about how to start a medical courier service. So I've been talking to you. The first step, are you up for it? Number 2, is it a good idea? Based on your piece of geography, where you are located at. Number 3, you made things legit. Number 4, you plan your business. Number 5, now you need to build your team, right? So if you are starting out small from a home office, you may not need any employee, right? But as your business grows, you will likely need workers to fill various roles, and potential positions for a medical business include couriers. So couriers make deliveries. They develop a rapport with clients. You might need a virtual assistant or an admin assistant, somebody who actually will schedule deliveries, handle customer inquiries. Okay, you might need a marketing lead, somebody who will manage your advertising campaigns and generate leads. Okay, at some point you may need to hire all of these positions or simply a few, depending on the size and needs of your business. It's all about your business. Okay, you may also hire multiple workers for a single role or a single worker for multiple roles, again, depending on your budget, on your resources, and also your needs. So you have a lot of places where you can just hire folks. You can post ads on popular platforms such as LinkedIn, Facebook, or jobs.com. Okay, you can also consider a premium recruitment option such as Indeed, Glassdoor, or ZipRecruiter. And the whole thing is, when you hire, you need to train the delivery drivers. Okay, if you need to hire delivery drivers for your business, make sure that you train them. And it doesn't have to be a lot of training. Just make sure that they understand the values that your business promotes, your customer service, the kind of vision that you have. Very important. You need to acclimate them with the kind of operational context within which you want to run your business. Very important. Don't forget to get business insurance. Okay, as you hire folks, you got to think about business insurance. When we talk about business insurance, you're thinking about general liability, business property, equipment breakdown insurance, workers' compensation, property, commercial auto, professional liability, business owner's policy. The thing is, I want you to really contact a broker in your area and ask him or her what comes of business insurance your nascent medical courier service needs. Very important. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another session of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. So we are still having a conversation about how to start a medical courier service. And I've given you so far 5 steps. Now I want to talk to you about the number 6. Step number 6. You need to plan your lunch, right? So you have done all the homework. You have actually worked hard to make sure that you have everything ready. So you need to prepare to lunch. So think about essential software and tools that you might need. Okay, so we're speaking about marketing, sales, accounting software. You can buy software to run things in-house, or you can just outsource the whole thing. Okay, there are a lot of companies out there that will take care of anything for you in terms of operational activities, and all you have to do is just take care of the front office, looking for sales and just making deliveries. Okay, for accounting, for instance, when we speak about software, you have QuickBooks, FreshBooks, Xero, Wave, and think about your marketing. Okay, you got to think about, are you going to advertise on Instagram, on your website? Do you want to have a blog? Do you want to advertise on Facebook? When I'm talking about advertising, you can this could be a promotion. It doesn't have to be a paid advertising campaign, right? You can use Facebook Marketplace. You can use Facebook groups. You can create a Facebook page to promote your business. Okay, so when we talk about kickstarting your marketing, you have to kickstart your marketing. You can send flyers, you can sponsor events, you can have email marketing, newsletters, you can actually seek out referrals. You can do pay-per-click marketing. Again, this depends on your resources. Okay, develop your websites. I said this before. If you believe that in the area where you are located, clients would like to read more about your business before hiring you, develop a website. It doesn't cost that much. Remember what I showed you at the beginning of this show. There is money. The profit potential is there. You can make up to, you can make tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm speaking about pure profit. Think about your networking. Think about your unique selling proposition, your USP. So this is basically the constellation of characteristics that revolve around your product or service, and that basically differentiate this product or service. Very important. So when we speak about planning your lunch, those are little things that I want you to think about so that when you launch your business, you are really, really ready. So here is the last step. Step number 7. You want to think about getting clients. So when we speak about getting new clients, there are several potential clients for your medical courier service, including hospitals, labs, nursing homes, patients, in other words, the residential addresses of patients. You have private practices. I'm talking about dentist offices, surgeons, and so on and so forth. You need to identify the main competitors you are actually playing against. Okay, is there another service in town? If yes, you want to study their operational strategies, how they're doing things. You want to strategize. You really want to strategize your marketing ideas to make sure that you are getting as many clients as possible. Very important. And you got to constantly scout new clients. I mean, you are in an industry that is very competitive. Okay, what you want to do is you want to create a website. As I said before, creating a website can increase the legitimacy of your business in the eyes of potential clients. You can even go as far as cold calling skilled care facilities, medical offices, and medical supply businesses, networking with healthcare professionals, and Googling the delivery process of other medical couriers. Okay. And don't forget, you can talk to nonprofit organizations and national organizations that provide services for the elderly and disabled people, individual clients, pharmacies, and even nursing homes to offer your services. Don't be shy. Do not be shy. And start making money. Start making money. Make sure that medical devices and samples get where they need to go. This is really, really important because that's where you actually can build loyalty. Okay. And if you have loyal customers, they will come back and back and back and back. At the end of the day, what you want to do is you want to constantly think about route optimization. You want to think about route monitoring. In other words, driver tracking. Okay. Because your medical delivery service business is going to be handling sensitive and expensive materials, from medical equipment to possibly even prescription medication. So you really want to monitor your route. You want to monitor, you want to track orders. You want to have something a software that will allow you to have proof of delivery. Very important. But this is like 1 or 2 years down the road. Like when you start, don't actually spend a lot of cash on those, what I call those paraphernalia of those operational paraphernalia. No, just do the minimum, but very important, be punctual and have stellar customer service. Thank you so much for your attention in today's conversation. I was just talking to you about how to start a profitable medical courier service. And so let's just quickly recap here. So number 1, are you up for it? Are you up for this idea? Number 2, is it a good idea in the first place? Number 3, you want to make things legit. Number 4, plan your business. Number 5, hire smart and local. Number 6, you want to plan your launch. And number 7, get clients. Thank you so much. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.